Promise. Now, this is, I'm on your protocol for a lot of cholesterol in my head. Oh, yeah. As per my eye pictures. Well, yeah, just get that out of there. Just move that lymph, and that cholesterol will pull right out of there, and then everything's good. You know, this is where you got to take care of business right now. You get in it, you tear it up right now, and then you're good. And you got the rest of your life, because most people don't realize 20, 30 years from now, you're not going to be thinking the same. And most people do not maintain a high level of fruitarian thinking or fasting 20, 30 years from now. It's just one of those things. I wasn't able to, and there have been a few, but I still have been able, of all the people around here, to stay high raw. Even though I'm fat, and I have put on weight with different grains and different things through the life. I got addicted to sweet tea and stuff just to keep the nerves down. I mean, it's been a ride. Been a ride. And you know, we all go through our hard times, tough times. We all fight the fight, and I'm a governmental fighter. I believe in honesty, integrity. I don't believe in corruption. It comes back on you. This is karma land. You know, do unto others, you know, because the whips back. You know, it's all physics. There's no voodoo. It's all, Jesus said it too. You reap what you sow. Everybody said it. It's not enough preacher people are teaching it, not enough priests, and not enough spiritual people. Now, you know, in India, you learn. You know, in the more of the, you know, the consciousness understanding people, they understand karma, the whip of the dragon tail. You know, not good. I am currently doing an orange juice fast. I talked to a lady. Now, this would be her 202, 203 day of juice fasting. I talked to her 2 days ago, and she was in her 201. That's Babe and Earl. 201. Today would be 203 day of juice fasting. Is this lady good? This lady is kicking butt. Now, she's doing juices, mainly the orange. She finds that the most pulling. The citruses do the most lymphatic pulling, is what we've been talking about. She is pumping a couple of green drinks a day. 203 days of juice fasting, and she's not about to stop. I mean, this is just incredible. I mean, this is what, but she's bringing it in. It's working on her. Her body won't even tolerate the herbs now. She's so up there. It's amazing. I'm really proud of that. So this, Diane's doing orange juice, grape, eating fast, and herbs. Perfect. I was just wondering if I did lemonade with the honey or maple syrup and ate some grapes. Is that just good? Absolutely. That's perfect. Absolutely. Because I'd rather not do a laxative. Well, do a stomach and bowel formula. They're not laxatives, so you'll clean, and at the same time, you'll eliminate stool up to about the 20th day, and you'll be good. I'm out of the stomach and bowel. Oh, yeah. I take the herbs along with the lemonade. You could or you could not. I'd probably advise the stomach and bowel one, because it'll continue to clean the gut while you're fasting. It'll keep pulling the mucus out too. And I think that's an appropriate thing to do. Absolutely. Much love. Oh, much love to you and the Cocoa Girl too. I have 4 Yorkies at home who just love to play with. Oh, that's neat. Neat. Bunch of neat people, aren't they? Yep. This is Laurina, Lorena 411. Hi, sweetheart. Hi, Dr. Morse. I want to start off by saying how thankful. Well, thank you. And I thank you all for joining this channel. Hopefully we have a good, strong channel, a good bunch of people that are full of love, all you spiritual beings. I just love you all. And just make a strong bond, and we'll change the globe here. And keep in mind, it's not just this planet that you are changing. I'll leave it at that. Although I've been many of your videos in your, okay, I've suffered, thank you, sweetheart, I've suffered, most of my life with mercury toxicity, and only recently found out that was the reason for all my fatigue and depression. Now, again, getting up into the head, that's where mercury loves to stay. Getting up and detoxing the lymph system, you're going to detox the blood with it. Blood detoxification goes along with it. You can just eat fruit, berries, and melons and clean the blood. But the lymph is where most of the heavy metals and everything is stored. The blood's not going to carry things. The blood's going to say, I don't want it either. and that's the lymph. So moving lymph is real important to you, and taking care of your GI tract. If you remember that, always work on your GI tract in correlation with the head, you'll be successful, keeping in mind that kidneys and adrenals are always a focus, always. I never not focus on those two areas of the body. This could also be effective why the depression might not be the mercury causing the depression. It could be the lymph suppressing the parathyroid or pituitary that's causing that. Might not be the mercury at all. The body might have that cased in mucus and congestion. I developed thyroid problems. There you go. I think what you have is lymphatic problems, my dear one, which would, hold the toxicity as well. So you got a double-edged sword hitting you. You got mercury, the acid mercury, and then you've got the acids from the cells themselves, and it obviously has suppressed the endocrine glands here. You got to get that up there. I'd probably definitely hit the pituitary 1-in-1, cytotrophin, definitely the parathyroid. Pick that up, pull yourself out of depression, start utilizing calcium again. The moles, of course, this is going to be your adrenal glands again, but that would be in relationship to the lymph. Here's brown spots, which you said liver, over the past year, and I've started fasting this. Good. I also plan on purchasing the herbs. Good. What caused the age spots? Probably, you got fungal problems causing spots. You've got liver spots. You got all kinds of. You got your pigmentation spots from your pituitary. So pituitary, a lot of things are linking me here to your pituitary, suppressing your thyroid and parathyroid minimally. If you were having female problems where you were, say, your menses wasn't on time, I'd be jumping on pituitary for sure. Try to correlate other factors that relate to pituitary. Oh, and I have green eyes with a very golden center around the pupil. That's sulfur, golden, that's sulfur, absolutely. So that would be why probably the moles are popping on you. That's a fungal family with the sulfur. We've talked a lot about the sulfur. Get that out of there, dear one. Probably, and again, a connection to all this. I'd say just as important, even the depression and the fatigue could not be coming from mercury at all. It could be coming from high fungal problems, because that golden bowel is sulfur, and sulfur, I've said this many times, and I've just seen it all these years, that when sulfur is in the body stored like that, you're fighting heavy fungal problems. It's like sulfurs are an aphrodisiac to the fungal community, and that's not good. So it's hard to get the fungus completely out of someone until you get the sulfur. Well, sulfur doesn't like to go anywhere fast. It's like a glue. I've always called sulfur super glue because it's so hard to get out of people. It's amazing. And I have a lot of friends that are medical doctors, and they have sulfur in their eyes, and they know the problem now. A good friend of mine, he called a few months ago and said, I just can't find an antidote to sulfur. And it's just detox is the only antidote I know to that. Brown would be chronic bowels. But again, I'm at the bowels. I'm back here, related to here again, honey. What are green eyes all about? They're all about the lymph system and not moving very well fast. But in due respect, they gave you sulfur probably as a little girl, or you got it with your mother. And this has created a serious lymphatic drainage problem for you, and maybe even an absorption problem of nutrients. Also could cause you gas and an acid or IBS type of feeling as well. Real possible there. I've loved some of the vids explaining the iris in depth. We're going to do another one getting into iridology a little deeper, because I just love using the videos to use as an educational tool. I'm doing this instead of writing my books now, because people can understand it more, I think. Reading is one thing, but I do have to finish some books I've been writing. Ugh. I've checked out other vids out on this topic, but I only trust you. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you, Coco. I have a Shih Tzu as well. Oh, and she's got a Shih Tzu as well, and he's 16. Holy moly! And the love of my life. Thank you. Hugs to you, sweetheart, and kiss your dog for me. I love those little Shih Tzus. They're so cute. Aren't they cute? Yeah. Hello, Dr. Morse. Oh, this is Deb Blast 1. Thank you for your wonderful channel. Thank you, sweetheart, for tuning in. Love you all, man. You're all just an impressive bunch of souls there. Kicking it up. You're feeling better. Keep kicking it up. Even though you might go through some ups and downs, don't beat yourself up. The process of detox isn't always a wonderful thing, but it is in the long run. It gives you the remedy that you're looking for. And keeping it simple keeps your life simple, keeps your spirituality blossoming, and the bottom line is you. Always you. And your love for yourself and all life, not in an egotistical way, but in just a conscious way. Just by being conscious and awake in the moment is a stream of love. There's no forcing love. There's no wanting to give love. It just springs from you like water from a natural spring, because that's a supreme being. And if you look at love at one level, you will find that it is just consciousness. How interesting. I've noticed my thyroid area very puffy. This is Deb Blast 1. And my skin looking inflamed around it. Ooh. I took my basal temperature. It was 95.5, 95.3, 96.4. Ook! And 197.1. Take the 97.1. Wow. Well, you have some dumping there. You seem like you're swinging a little bit here, dear one. Probably, again, the lymph system, maybe a little pituitary going on there as well. Also, I've noticed that my skin over my entire body is quite dry. Yeah, you're dehydrated. I have a very hard time trying to lose weight. There's your adrenals again, sweetheart. And being so acidic, you're probably holding the water again. How I know if I should be taking a thyroid glandular? Good question. The eyes would show that. And so, but it's not going to hurt if you take a pituitary glandular 1 a.m. and 1 p.m. and then on top of that take a little thyroid cytotrophin, say 3 times a day. That's safe. It's real low dosage, and just see how you feel. If you feel like you need more power, you could up your thyroid. You're already hitting the pituitary quite well. 1 and 1 is adequate, and you could up with your thyroid until you felt like you needed to back down. Real simple, real easy to deal with. I have a very hard time trying to see, how do I know if I should, okay, I read that. How can you tell if you are utilizing calcium? Several ways. Spider veins, varicose veins, hemorrhoids, petechia, bruising easy, depression, wrinkles, prolapsing, sagging of the skin, of the breast, sagging of the uterus or bladder, weak sphincters, mitral valve prolapses, heart murmurs, in other words, heart arrhythmias, easy to fracture bones, augmented bones, all these things like that, like scoliosis and factors like that. All these are symptoms of a lack of calcium utilization, but also the withdrawal or the pulling of calcium out of the respective skeletal or connective tissue. And that is primary acidosis. That's your body fighting. Remember, acids, cholesterol and calcium, body's main antacids. So you're going to see aspects of your structure, but also reaches into your depression. If you're a woman having babies, postpartum depression, an excellent example of a parathyroid weakness. So all these factors show up as a parathyroid weakness, and probably a bunch more, really, if you really tore it apart. They don't come to me right now. Thanks for your question, dear one. Good questions. Good questions. All of you guys are getting some good questions. Here's always in the now again. I love that, always in the now. That's another thing. Be here now, always in the now. Sometimes you have to repeat this until you can keep pulling yourself away from your mind and find yourself